Hello, greetings, my friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Gillesmansillon. I'm an artist and spiritualist, and I come to continue those discussions. I'm going to pull some cards of the tarot to look at an oracle. I'm going to have to make a little break. There is very little visibility in terms of what is going on right now. I'm going to take a few days off, and then I'm going to return to France. I'm not really sure where I'm going to be landing, but Spirit is talking to me about lavender, and so maybe the south of France, but there's so much that is still unknown, that's still hidden, and so I'm going to make a little break. I will be back shortly. For when we think about God, it's like we turn to the light. Whenever we think about God, we're resolving problem. It is very important to understand that the light has all the solutions to all the problems. So turn to the light, focus on the light, not on the problems, and then the solution will come of itself. When you turn to your guardian angel, it is like you're turning to the divine. Your guardian angel is a divine, beautiful being of light, and so just get used to calling on your guardian angels. For the truth is that God is on all sides, in all circumstances. God can never be separated from anything. So it's just a matter of learning to tune in to that frequency, that inner God, that we all have this inner source of amazing light and beauty and love. And so it is it's just about tuning in like a radio frequency, to learn to tune in to become the master of our frequency. For God wants the best for the whole universe, but also for each and every one of us. God has planned for each and every one of us. We just need to accept and align with those plans. And we can never be disconnected from our soul and our spirit. For it, if we were disconnected, we would no longer exist. So it is very important to know that there is nothing we can do that can separate us from the Creator. God can never be segregated from His creation. For it is just tuning into the eternal flow of love we just want to tune into that frequency of. And we just need to learn to tune into that, to align with the presence. And sometimes we need to forget about all physical manifestation so that for the purpose of this incarnation was to discover freedom after bondage, or to discover, to go into ignorance and to return to the light, the lucidity. And so, because if God was segregated from anyone, He would be segregated from Himself. He would be something that was outside of Him, and that can never be. For the truth will always be. For free will was not. If an action of free will goes against love, against life, against God, then the Spirit just takes some space to let the person experience the law of karma and cause and effect. But retreats for a time, but in a sense, then as soon as we understand, we return to the light, we've forgiven ourselves and we forgive others, then everything returns into this alignment. As we forget to the physical, we can let the magic happen. It is important. Understanding that chance is not a random event. It is planned. It's for God does not play dice with the universe, as my friend Albert Einstein used to say. It's like there is no, everything has a sense and meaning. There is purpose behind all things. Yet luck is not. It's not a random. If we're unlucky, if we feel like we are passing through some karma, it is not that God stopped loving us. It is just we have to unblock certain things. We have to process energies that are of the lower frequency in order to find that freedom. So never judge yourself. Always forgive yourself and others, for that is the best way to pass through those difficult times and recognize yourself as lucky and be ready to receive this. These amazing blessings that are just before us. This amazing this trust. For it is some of the cards are similar to the French reading. The situation is the never-ending story. This never-ending story is about letting go of all the drama, slow down the mind and find peace in your heart. For it is the mind that creates all the problems. So if we can let go, forget the physical for just moments at the time, and not be attached to the drama, do not fuel the drama. What's going around that is the wind of change. There is a lot that is changing that is not necessarily visible yet, but everything is changing and shifting this year. What we see in our conscious mind that will unfold is the higher power. It is learning to become more aware of the invisible intelligence of the universe that are always around us, and how to work in co-creation process with the source and our creator and our guides and the company of heaven. In our subconscious is the message in the bottle. We're learning to follow the signs, to be in the present, not to plan too much ahead, so that we are able to be flexible and receive the information at the right time when we need it. What we're learning to be in the present. So where we are now is the equitable being, is to be fair, to be just, to be honest, to be transparent, to cultivate those principles. This is really what solidify our roots, is to goodness, kindness, compassion, joy, all those things are really wisdom is very, very anchoring us. What's coming in the near future is in between world. Is the time we don't really have clarity, and we're still in a transition zone. So a lot of things are going to be shifting. So just remain very much center. Your strength in the situation is steps ahead. We have many steps ahead, though. We've been prepared. We're receiving insight. Trust your insight before anything else, before any message from the outside world. Sometimes we receive an insight and then the message from the broadcast of the news just say completely the opposite. But it is your insight that needs to be trusted, and then you can maneuver through the process. What comes to us from the outside world is the time of leaving. I only have one deck of cards here because I packed everything else. I'm getting ready for traveling, and I will return. I'm not really sure where I'll be landing, so I'm going to try to do a few videos while I travel. What I know, emotion, hopes and fear is the co-creation process. It's connecting to other people that have similar goals and intentions, and co-creating together with other people. Every time we meet someone, we're co-creating a reality, consciously or unconsciously. So make your co-creation, your exchange positive. And the outcome is conflict and chaos. There's a lot of things are going to be blown in the air. The darkness is still allowed to express itself, so that it becomes darker and darker and darker. So that eventually the whole the lid's going to blow up. It's like everything's all this will become visible, and then we're going to be able. If it doesn't get visible, people will just not know, and so everybody has to know of what we do not want, and so allow this to. There is no way to fix certain things, and it's a dissolution, like in the movie Matrix. At the end of the first movie, all the codes are breaking down, and this matrix is breaking down. Do not try to save it or to just let it go. We have to realize that our life is a miracle, as we let go of all the physical situation, and we can move into this magic, this miracle. Our life is eternal and infinite. We are eternal beings of light, and this is our life. There is only one life. You can call on the Ascended Master, call on the Christ, call on any Ascended Master, and they're always happy to be called, the archangels. They're very happy to be solicited, and they will come immediately, and the more you're receptive, the faster they will come, and they will show you about love. They will not make choices for you. They will not condition your choice. They will just give you very powerful insight and inspiration and guidance for just know that all the masters are here and on call and ready to respond to any call from your heart. And so because Aristotle used to say that you cannot judge someone by his action, by his intention. You can only judge people by their action, for that's the world of men. But the God and the higher spirits, they look from intention, and so when intentions are good, there is great deal of assistance from the invisible world, no matter what our qualification in the action. We're still receiving a lot of help, so just purify your intention. Try to do not judge yourself when you feel like you have negative thoughts. They're just coming up. Just do not give them power. Do not associate with them. Do not cultivate, do not think they're personal. They just let them pass, and purify your mind by mantras, breathing, by and cultivate good thinking thoughts. Because the actions are ours, every action, every thought, every word, every action is our choice. But the reaction is God, is the universe, is the law of never the law of cause and effect will be in a situation where it does not know what to do in relation to something. There is always an appropriate response in relationship to the law. It is part of the dynamic process of that dimension and reality. For everybody's face to face the truth within themselves, and for that we need to continue to utilize forgiveness. Once we remove the inner blockages, the doors open. We are forced to face the inner blockages. For we are children of the sun. We want to enlighten, to cultivate this. In mythology, there was a lot of gods came down as sunbeams, and they brought the sun disk. And so just become children of the sun, enlighten, bring your soul and nature into alignment. For there are 70 civilizations and above inside the sun. The first time I was taken into the sun, I was traveling with two friends in Miami. We were going into Venus. I was showing them this beautiful place of Venus, an interdimensional travel. And I should have stayed with them, but I was curious, and I went to Mercury, and then I got taken into the sun. And from the first time I saw, I will never always remember that vision, for the vision of the Earth from inside the sun, from the 7 dimension, this new into a lighter colors that I'd never seen before. It was so beautiful, and the love that was communicated from within the sun for the Earth was just this amazing image. So we do need to activate this solar nature, brilliant and radiant. Eventually the solar beings will descend from their dimension and frequency to come and meet us. And there are many solar beings, solar civilization inside the sun. For some of those ideas I'm talking about are very out the box, and they're very... But they talk about this multi-dimensional universe we live in. And I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for your donations. I will return to doing private sessions. For now, I'll be traveling, so I'm not going to book any sessions. For there are certain words that we need to get used to, because we're getting closer to the first contact, and that is the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Antarians, the Andromedans. Those are very advanced civilizations that are working with the Earth. There is also a blue avian civilization that has been working with the Earth and communicating for a number of years. They're like bird people. They're like blue bird people. They're very advanced. They're very beautiful. They're very and they're 7-dimensional beings as civilization, but they're masters. The governing bodies in 12th dimension. Just as Venus has a very advanced civilization, 6-dimensional civilization. There is 20 billion souls that lives on Venus, but their governing bodies are 9th dimensional primarily. For the Arcturians are 9th dimensional organization, but they're the guardians of the 5th dimension. When a near-death experience, people are taken into this Arcturian matrix of the 5th dimension, when they can discover that, and they will bring back this understanding. Yet on Arcturus, there are civilizations from on all dimensions, and there are 3rd-dimensional beings that live on Arcturus, but they are not polarized, of course. It's just different level. There are 4th-dimensional planet, and 5th, and 6th, and 7th, and 8th, and the more we grow, the more our vision is expanded, and our unity consciousness. They're moving into the 10th dimension. They're growing into something more. We're all growing into something more. For there are 352 dimensions in the Creator universe, and we're connected. It's only one. We're connected to all of them. We can connect to any dimension at any time if our frequency is match of that. For the galactic center is the 100th dimension. The mother is the 300th dimension at the center of our local universe. Our solar system are 33-dimension density of experience. Most of the archangels communicate from the 33rd octave. And on the Earth, but even the Earth is a multi-dimensional. There is all kinds of higher dimensions that are invisible as we ascend. Our consciousness, our third eye open, and we start to perceive all kinds of higher dimensions. So, for it is all one. We are the one. Well, this is about what I wanted to talk about today. For just call on the masters, call on the archangels, call on your guardian angels, call on your master guides. Those beings are really here in assistance, and they will definitely assist you in every possible way. So I didn't sing a song. It's just a little song that went through my head. So I sang it. It's about this return of the sun. It is the sun is coming, and everything's changing, because for the 5th dimension, the 5th density that is coming, this new Earth is about on a metaphysical level. It is like the return of God. God will be present, will be ruling the world. Eventually, we're going to be ascending, and the Most High will be in charge of the planetary administration once we get on the higher level from the 172nd dimension, the court of the Most High, the constellation fathers. They will They are the highest authority on administrative wisdom. But for now, we need to organize ourselves. We're going to have new form of government, councils, and a lot of things are going to be changing. Let the old go, and do not pay too much attention to the dramas that is being played in the media and so on. Just stay true to connect to your source, your creator, and your guides, and follow that. I thank you very much for doing that, for anchoring your light, to shine your light. And the song is called Here Comes the Sun. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Little darling, it's been a cold and lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since I've been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Little darling, the smile's returning to your faces. Little darling, it seems like years since I've been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Little darling, it feels like ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's songs from the Beatles. I wish you a wonderful day. I thank you very much, and I will definitely return as soon as I can find a little place, stability. I probably will find that in the next few days. I will probably make a video. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.